Aquarius, thanks for stopping by to listen to your reading. I'm Madeline, if we haven't met before, and if you have been here before, you'd have wished. Alright, we're going to dive right in. Spirit did pull a bonus card for you, and before we even get started, your cards were coming out of the deck in a very interesting way. They were kind of falling into perfect order, and it was weird because Spirit, right as it was happening, was like, yeah, I'm telling you things are falling into place for Aquarius, but they were sort of really specific about that word, falling into place. So there might be a little bit of fearfulness about like, whoa, what is happening here? But Spirit is asking you to trust. Again, I haven't seen a single card. We're about to dive in, but they had some channeled messages for you before we even got started. They got a lot to say, like I said, this month. All right. But let's dive in. Let's see what the deal is. What's going on with Aquarius? What do they need to know? What's the story? What are the opportunities? What are the challenges? Where are the allies? What do we need to know? Okay, I need just one more. Aquarius. I said one more, they dropped two in my lap. That's just fine. We're good with that. Really lovely, actually, and perfect card. Okay, so now you can see for yourself what you're working with here, Aquarius. You are making some changes this month. Things are falling into place, right? The Knight of Wands. You are represented by the Knight of Wands this month, and the Knight of Wands is the passionate journeyman or journeywoman. The person who has a bright light that they feel they need to follow. There's a journey coming. And for some of you, it does involve, honestly, Aquarius, the life that you're building is going to look different than the life that you have right now. And that's not a bad thing. It feels like it's going to be in greater alignment with you. I feel like you're going to feel more powerful. You're going to feel more sure of yourself. And you're going to feel more independent, which is always really important for any Aquarian, right? There are some small changes to be made that can have mighty repercussions. And you have some assistance. You have an ally. A powerful, powerful ally is really what I'm hearing. So you're coming in as the Knight of Wands, and then you have the Queen of Cups right across you. So what is influencing you most, or in this case, who is influencing you most? The Queen of Cups. Someone in your life who is compassionate, calm, intuitive. This is the kind of person who can go deep and they're not afraid. Like, this person could be like an actual counselor or therapist, or just like a really good friend, or even like an intuitive who can be helpful to you in reflecting on where you are, what you want, what small sustainable changes that you could make to make your life more fun, more fulfilling, and even more profitable. Like, there's an increase in money writ large in this reading. So let's talk about it. You have the Two of Pentacles hovering over the top of your reading, and you have the Wheel of Fortune in the unconscious position. You have already thrown some interesting wands out there. Let me explain what I mean by that. Sitting in the past is the Eight of Wands, and as I was starting to talk about what's happening, the present Spirit was like, wait, we have something to say. Some of you may have made some inquiries in the recent past, sent out applications, or sent out some cold emails, or just been like looking into like, hey, I think I'm interested in doing this or that, maybe just a little inquiry. Some of that spaghetti that you threw is gonna stick. You know how they say? Throw all the spaghetti that you're interested in the wall and see what sticks. If you haven't already done this, I recommend that you do it because it looks like it's having positive repercussions. Again, that's what they're saying, is like small changes have these mighty consequences for the positive. The Wheel of Fortune is about lessons learned and the wheel turning, therefore. Like, okay, you got this, so we can now turn the dial. Like, we don't need to listen to this station anymore because you got the song that you needed to get from this. Now we're going to like and tune to the next thing. I highly recommend, Aquarius, that you look at your money and all of your resources, honestly, this month, because Pentacles are about the earthly stuff. Yes, money, but also time. effort, property, things like that. Where can I make some small, sustainable changes? Because I do want to warn you, sitting in the future, now we did have some beautiful clarifiers for this, as you can also see, but sitting in the future originally was the Five of Pentacles. And the Five of Pentacles is a card about poverty. Now, that poverty can just literally mean, oh my God, there's not enough money, or I'm working too hard so that this money isn't even like, even if it's enough money to cover my bills, it doesn't fucking feel like it. It doesn't feel worth it, right? Five of Pentacles are situations that maybe don't feel worth it. But here's the other thing about the Five of Pentacles, is it's a card that pops up when we refuse to ask for help. When we feel like, oh, this sucks and this is so hard and I don't know how if I can do this, and yet we don't seize the resources, the sources that are around us. Don't make that mistake, Aquarius. Like, your independence is going to be firmly in place by the end of September. Independence has nothing to do with interdependence. You know what I mean? Like, you are still independent. You are still a powerful, strong individual, even when you're having a little trouble and you need to turn to a Queen of Cups or whatever, anybody, anything, for a little bit of assistance, or even just a clap on the back and somebody saying like, hey, you still got this, keep going. And I want to tell you, do keep going. It's worth it. You're going to see milestones this month. You have the Three of Pentacles sitting in the position of where you find yourself, which is an early milestone. Like, hey, I hit that first of like 5 steps to my goal or whatever. You know what I mean? It's worth it. It might be a little hard. You might question whether you have what it takes. You have what it takes. So clarifying that Five of Pentacles is the immediate follow-up to that card, the Six of Pentacles, and then the Nine of Pentacles, which is a pretty huge upgrade from the Five of Pentacles. So the Six of Pentacles is related to that Two of Pentacles hovering over the top of your reading, in a way about finding balance, giving and accepting generosity. You can get paid good money for the work that you do, Capricorn. Do you feel like you deserve it? Do you feel like you can... Oh, I just called you Capricorn. Oh my God, I'm sorry. It's all the Pentacles. You do good work, Aquarius. Like, do you feel worth it? Do you feel worth it, and do you feel... Do you feel worthy of asking people to look at your work, to share your work, to help you achieve that independence that you want? Maybe you are the artist, but you're not the manager type, or you're the manager type, but you're not the artist, and you need to like find somebody that you can kind of trade resources with. That would also be something to look at doing this month, because like they said, your independence is completely like fine and is going to be great. If anything, if you seize the opportunities and open up to taking more from the resources and the sources, the people, the advisors around you, you're going to come out on top. You give very much, and this is a month also to do that, to give generously, because the Six of Pentacles pops up when we give generously. Again, it doesn't have to be your money, it could be your time, it could be your effort, it could be your attention, but give when you have the desire and the ability to give, even if it's $1, even if it's a moment. Aquarius, the Nine of Pentacles is the only card in the deck for the successful, self-employed, self-starter in the whole deck. The woman in the card is justifiably proud of herself. She has a falcon on her wrist to indicate that she went out and got this herself. It is through her training, her skills, her abilities, her unique talents that she's able to grow this money and have more than enough to share with the people that she loves, but definitely enough for her to feel fucking awesome, to feel on top of the world, to feel wealthy. And if you have any hang-ups about feeling wealthy, this would be a good time to work on them. If you have any hang-ups about how much you value your efforts and your talents, this would be the month to work on them, Aquarius. Now, it's interesting. You have the Queen of Cups sitting across the center of your reading, and then in the position representing what is around you and what is available to you, you have another beautiful nurturer, the Empress, creation, joy, receiving of gifts. Do your fucking thing, Aquarius. What is your thing? 9 of Pentacles. What do I have that I know? Like, I'm proud of this, I'm good at this, and this can make me money. Like, it's important this month. You have a lot of money cards, Aquarius. Normally money isn't something that is maybe like the top of your list, but they're talking about it. It's like half your cards are Pentacles. You have something great to give. And don't be afraid to change it up. Don't be afraid to do something bold. Ace of Swords is sitting in the position of the potential. Swords are your element. Words, messages, images, like symbols. What do you want to communicate? And truthfully, what are you fucking over and done with? In the key position, 10 of Swords, High Priestess. This is a month to pay attention to your intuition and to, when you feel like maybe you're not clear on what it is, seek out that Queen of Cups to get a little bit of guidance from her, okay? Some of you might have strong, maybe this is also part of why I called you Capricorn, but like some of the themes here are similar to the Capricorn reading, so maybe some of you have strong Capricorn placements, might be worth checking out if you do, because I feel like you might get a little bit of a symbiotic message. But I'm hearing that some of you need to listen to yourselves, drop out of your head, down through your heart, into your intuition, to get a really clear idea of what you're done doing. 10 of Swords is done, fucking overdone, beyond well done, charred, over, blasted, like off the face of the earth. I'm done. I don't want to think about it. I don't want to talk about it. Like, what do you know that you're done doing? Don't be afraid to say it. Don't be afraid to take steps. Don't be afraid, especially, to ask for what you need. You do have resources around you. Empress, Queen of Cups, 6 of Pentacles all say that there are people available to give to you generously if you open up to that. Okay? Chase what you want fearlessly. Try. Do your thing, as they said. You're a unique soul, Aquarius, like it's one of your defining characteristics. So your way is not going to look like a lot of other people's way. It's got to look like your way. Feels to me like some of you in September are kind of, I'm going to use the word gestate, because we have the High Priestess and the Empress, which are numbers 2 and 3. So the High Priestess is the sort of liminal, quiet space, you know, where things have room to come together. And then in the Empress, it's the following stage, the pregnancy, the birth, right? You have something precious within you that wants to be given life. And to give that life, you may have to recognize what in your life you're done with and needs to be, like, put to death. 10 of Swords. It's like, to me, it feels like this is already kind of done. So it's okay, sign it off, break a champagne bottle over its boat, bon voyage, I'm done, I'm good, I'm settled in my intuition that this is how it's supposed to be. High Priestess. Go get him, Aquarius. Be honest. Ask for the help that you need, and you will receive it. And you will reach a milestone that makes you proud. Justifiably proud. Pretty fucking good, Aquarius. Little change, big, beautiful consequences. What's going on, Aquarius? Let me know. Do you have stories? Do you have questions? Do you need advice? I'll do my best to show up in the comments and respond to you guys. So I appreciate you for listening. I always appreciate your feedback, but you know, Aquarians are one of my favorite signs, and you guys are thoughtful and individual, and your feedback is always pointed and interesting. So I appreciate that as well. But thanks for being here, Aquarius. I hope it helps. And if I don't see you in another video before then I hope I see you in your October reading. Bye, Aquarius.